Jimmy was shocked when his wife Rihanna, who was reported to have died in the war 8 years ago, suddenly came home. Rihanna couldn't believe her husband had already remarried. Furious, she slapped Jimmy and demanded an explanation. Jimmy explained that after so long with no news, he truly thought Rihanna had died in the war. That's why he decided to marry someone else. Still, Rihanna couldn't accept the reality. Heartbroken, she walked away. Seeing her leave, Jimmy immediately ran after her. He managed to catch up to Rihanna and tried to explain. But Rihanna, overwhelmed with emotion, didn't want to hear it. She threw a punch at Jimmy, knocking him down. Jimmy didn't get angry. He got back up and showed her their old love bracelet. He hadn't taken it off in all those 8 years. But even then, Rihanna couldn't accept the fact that Jimmy had moved on and married someone else. Rihanna still loved Jimmy deeply, but she knew there was no hope for them anymore. She didn't want to ruin his family, so she decided to leave. As Rihanna walked away, Jimmy chased after her, wanting to stop her, but she told him not to say a word and asked for just one final hug goodbye. Unfortunately, that scene was witnessed by Jimmy's pregnant wife from upstairs. In shock and anger, she suddenly went into labor. Hearing her scream, Jimmy rushed back inside. When he saw the water on the floor, he knew the baby was coming. He and Rihanna quickly helped carry his wife to the car to get to the hospital. But the hospital was too far, and they wouldn't make it in time. With no other choice, they had to help deliver the baby right there in the car. Luckily, Rihanna had basic military training and safely handled the delivery. Afterwards, she handed the baby to Jimmy and quietly slipped away. They thought they'd never see each other again. But a few years later, Jimmy's marriage finally fell apart. One day, Jimmy was out eating with his daughter. While taking a picture of her, he accidentally bumped into a woman. They looked at each other and realized who they were. At that moment, Jimmy saw Rihanna still wearing the love bracelet they once shared. He asked her, "Could you ever forgive me?" Jimmy explained that he and his wife had separated, and now he was just living with his daughter. Then, Jimmy asked Rihanna to come back into his life, because deep down, he knew she still loved him. If you were Rihanna, would you give Jimmy a second chance?